What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. So it looked like Indiana Fever director and chief of staff for the team has done an exclusive interview, and she's telling it all. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. I am here to tell you guys, we're hearing from somebody we have not heard from. That is Sarah Mayer. Sarah Mayer is not just the chief of staff for the Indiana Fever. She's the chief of staff pretty much for Indianapolis sports entirety. This young lady right here just wrapped up an interview 3 days ago that has sent shockwaves throughout the internet. And I ain't finna waste no time. We finna jump right into this thing right now. Let's roll the footage.
Are working on all of these things and helping that grow. And then it's fun to talk to students about it too, because I think now they're seeing themselves in so many different avenues of sport, not just working for a team or working on an event, but there's so many different areas of sport that you can work in now. And I think, with the changing landscape of college sports, I just think there's going to be so many other opportunities too.
You mentioned, Caitlyn.
Yeah.
How exciting was it when Caitlyn Clark became a part of the Fever?
I'm going to be honest with you. I had to, when I got the news, I had to pull my car over because I was freaking out so much. I was just, because not only was it huge for the Fever, but I think we all knew what this could mean for the city. Just being able to, when you go to a game, so you should definitely come here for an Indiana Fever game sometime. But first of all, the line for the fan shop to get merch, it starts hours before the game. We typically will have, we have people from all 50 states, and I think last year it was 44 countries come to an Indiana Fever game.
44 countries came to the city of Indianapolis. And y'all wonder, why the WNBA need to give Caitlyn Clark that whistle. Caitlyn Clark is the single-handedly moving needle in the landscape of not just Indianapolis, but women's basketball. 40 countries, bro, came to the city of Indianapolis to see Caitlyn Clark play. Think about that, dog. Think about that. That is extraordinary.
It's just wild what it's done. Not only, and then, for me, I was an athlete growing up. I was a swimmer, but I loved basketball. I loved softball. I loved it all. But to actually now see that stadiums are filled with little girls and boys watching these women thrive and watching them play. I went to Cleveland Rockers games as a kid, and that was not a full stadium. So it's just so cool to see what she's done for the sport. It's wild. They're calling it Clarkonomics here. So there's some of our colleges are doing studies on everything that she's done as far from an economic standpoint for the city and state, and it's just been awesome. And she's been great too. Honestly, she came to the Big Ten football championship game. She goes to Butler games. She's just really supportive of the community, and I think she likes it here too. I was obviously Midwest, and I think she's really found a home here. So it's been great for the city, but also just great to see how it's transformed women's sports.
It really is amazing. And the one thing you said, she shows up. Yeah. And that just means so much.
Yeah. And can you imagine being her age and just all of that attention on her? It's a lot. When she'll speak on panels or have speaking engagements, I'm just in awe that she handles herself so well, because it's a lot of pressure. There's just so many eyes on her from around the world, and she really manages it really well. And it's been great to see how the city has just grown because of what she's been able to do too. We're building a Fever practice facility right across the street from our field house. That'll open in spring of 27 in time for next year's season. So that's going to be awesome. So there's a lot more to come, I think, with women's sports, and Caitlyn's been a big part of that.
Incredible. Well, look, and you personally, it's really amazing to hear all the things that you've done now. And so, I'd love to hear and share with our audience here on our 76 Capital Sports Leadership Show a little of your background, how you got here today, and maybe what's next.
Yeah. So I grew up in Cleveland.
Now, I think this next part is really great because just like I told y'all in the beginning part of the video, we really don't hear about Sarah. Really, a lot of people don't know who she is. It's not just the Fever she worked with. She working with every sports team in Indianapolis. Now we're finna goes into her backstory and kind of let us know where she come from, how she got into her role. Let's listen.
Went to Butler University, which was right outside of Indianapolis. Wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I loved journalism and thought I might want to be on TV, working behind the scenes. So I did media production. So I was the camera girl for Butler basketball games, football games, and then I got a job at the Indianapolis Indians, which is our AAA team, doing the rooftop camera. So all the fly balls were caught on camera by yours truly. But it was a great entry point into learning more about the city. Kind of quickly decided I don't want to be behind a camera. I want to be with people. I want to be helping put on the event. So I did an internship with the Pacers in their group sales department. I worked for a radio station. So before Sports Corp, I worked for a weekly newspaper, so that will age me. And I was doing marketing and promotions, and really it was covering everything that was happening in the city. So I got to know Indianapolis a lot better that way. And while I was doing that, I started volunteering for Indiana Sports Corp. So started, saw how many volunteer opportunities they had for all the sporting events that they were hosting. And then in 2011, I actually moved into the head of marketing role at the Indianapolis Symphony. So I have a music background as well as a sports background. So, and really honestly wanted to challenge myself with marketing 200 concerts a year. They do 200 concerts, more than that probably a year, which is wild. And I wanted to see what it was like to help manage a nonprofit. I was really finding myself going towards community impact and organizations that really, were a part of the thread of a community. And while I was doing that, I was still volunteering for Sports Corp. So I volunteered for Final Fours and the Super Bowl that we hosted in 2012. And I really was just feeling this calling to do more for the Indianapolis community. And luckily, Sports Corp had a job open in April of 2019. So I was working on planning the 21 Final Four, and we were going to host regionals in 2020, and we were going to do all this Big Ten stuff in 2020, and then obviously we all know what happened in 2020. But probably the big turning point in my career was when we got the call to host all of March Madness in 2021. And I remember calling my parents and just telling them, hey, this is how I'm going to show up for the city. I feel like this could be a big step in my career, but I'm going to have to give this everything I have. So I came into this office every day, Saturday, Sunday, every day, 14 hours a day probably, from the time that we got the whole tournament until we executed the tournament. And then a couple of months later, I got offered to be the event director on the Olympic swimming trials. So it does pay off. I mean, I think, you just making sure that when you do see opportunities, see them in their greatest context. I think it's a huge part of this world. Like when you get the opportunity to do something, figure out how you can show up in the best way possible. And I feel like everything's still an audition. I mean, so I really try to keep that in my head when I'm working on any kind of event. So the swim trials were probably.
So guys, that's Sarah Mayer, the Indiana Fever Chief of Staff. Guys, I want to know your thoughts down in the comment section right now. Caitlyn Clark changed the economics. And until next time, man, shake the damn haters off. I'm out of here, bruh. Peace out.